Yes. Lien reductions first. Okay. You need to.
All right, are we back on the record? Okay, so and I think all we got left are the couple of cases that people didn't show up for.
Yeah, so we are going to go to, let me find the page. Okay, we're going to page number 4, item number 10, case number 11-497. This is a public request for a lien reduction. Property address is 1013 North 8th Street, Unit A, Officer Hicks, and they've entered into a stipulated agreement.
Bobby Hicks with the City of Lake Forest Beach. This is a stipulated agreement for a lien reduction. Case number is 11-0497. The City of Lake Forest Beach, Florida, and the property owner is Joseph Hina. The persons executing a stipulated agreement have authorized to enter to the stipulated agreement and binding respective parties to all terms herein. The property is otherwise free of all outstanding debts due to the city and all administrative costs assessed to the underlying code compliance cases where the lien have been paid. Owner has otherwise met all the requirements of sections 2-69.3 and 2-69.3.1 of the City of Code ordinances related to the reduction of the code enforcement lien. The lien existing on the property totals $247,050, and the owner agrees to pay $16,464.48 to settle the release of lien. The city will recommend to the special magistrate the order reducing the lien to $16,464.48. And the owner agrees to make payment by 6/30 of 2021.
All right. Reviewed the stipulated agreement for lien reduction. It is ratified and approved.
Okay, we're going to go to page 7 of the agenda, item number 18. Case number 20-1196. Property address is 944 Cochran Drive. Property owner is Ray Louise Williams, Officer Hicks, and they've entered into a stipulated agreement.
Case number 20-1196. Owners William Release signed the stipulated agreement to have authority to enter into the stipulation. The owner was granted until 5/24/2021 to obtain compliance. If the owner does not correct the violations and bring the property into compliance with the code section cited in Exhibit A by the date set forth, a fine of $100 a day will be assessed.
And I do note the description's very clear: apply for, obtain, finalize, and close the permit. So it's, I have reviewed the stipulated agreement as ratified and approved.
I'm sorry, I didn't get the date. That was.
5/24/2021.
Thank you. Okay, next is item number 19, case number 20-1249. Property address is 902 Wright Drive. Property owner is SRMZ4 Asset Company 1 LLC, Officer Hicks.
That's just. Case number 20-1249, property of SRMZ4 Asset Company 1 LLC. Property location is 902 Wright Drive. On the property in the violations of 14-32. So please apply and obtain a City of Lake Forest Beach business license. Section 14-35. Contact Code Division at our number to schedule and pass a use and occupancy inspection. Sections 2-75.9, cut and trim all landscapings to include bushes, trees, grass, weeds, hedges, etc. That violation has complied. Sections 23.5-1G, remove all string of lights from property around the roof line. That violation has complied. Issued a formal notice of violation and hearing by certified mail on 2/5/2021. Certified mail is in transit on February 21/2021. I posted the property and office at 1900 2nd Avenue North on 2/23/2021. Property was re-inspected on 6/9, 7/9, 8/11, 9/4 of 2020, 111 and 324 of 2021 and found to be in non-compliance. Photographs have been taken of all the violations. I have no contact with the property owners. Recommendation time to come into compliance is 4/5 of 2021, or fines of $100 per day, plus the administrative cost of $425.29 to be paid by 4/5 of 2021.
So it's just 1432 and 35 that remain outstanding in this one?
Correct.
All right. Do find proper notice with the posting and the return certified mail. Based on the testimony and the evidence, I'll find the property remains in violation of City Code sections 14-32 and 14-35, but has complied with the other sections cited in the notice. I'll accept the city's recommendation to allow the respondent until April 5th of 2021 to comply. Thereafter, daily fines of $100 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved. The city is awarded administrative costs of $425.29 payable by April 5th.
Okay, next is page 8, item number 20, case number 20-1312. Property address is 1414 High Ridge Road. Property owner is New View IRA Inc., Officer Hicks. They've entered into a stipulated agreement.
Case number 20-1312, owners New View IRA Inc. Signed a stipulated agreement having the authority to enter into the stipulation. The owner is granted until May 25th of 2021 to obtain compliance. If the owner does not correct the violation to bring the property into compliance with the code section cited in Exhibit A by the date set forth, a fine of $100 per day will be assessed.
This is a use and occupancy license case.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. All right. I have reviewed the stipulated agreement. Appears to be in proper form. I will ratify and approve it.
Okay, next we're going to go to page 9, item number 25, case number 20-2067. Property address is 426 South M Street. Property owner is Marco Schilling, Officer Hicks, and they've entered into a stipulated agreement.
Case number 20-2067, owners Marco Schilling signed a stipulated agreement having the authority to enter into the stipulation. The owner is granted until 5/10 of 2021 to obtain compliance as specified. If the owner does not correct the violation to bring the property into compliance of the code section cited in Exhibit A by the date set forth, a fine of $150 per day will be assessed.
So they got a lot of work to do.
Yes, he does.
The stipulated agreement appears to be in proper form. I have reviewed it. It is ratified and approved.
And I'm going to go back just a minute because since the agenda is posted online and we have people watching at home, I don't want to, so that they don't think we're skipping cases. Page number 7, item 17, case number 20-1048 is complied. Page 6, item 14, case number 20-814, property address of 26 Holiday Drive, that was rescheduled for the April 29th hearing. Page 8, item 21, case number 20-1351 is complied. Item 22, case number 20-1719 is complied. Item number 23, case number 20-1889 is complied. Item 24, case number 20-1953 is complied. Item, page 10, item 26, case number 20-2074 is complied. So now we're on item 27, case number 20-2147, property address of 1426 South N Street. Property owner is Lake Worth Development Trust, Officer Hicks, and they've entered into a stipulated agreement.
Case number 20-2147, owners Lake Worth Development Trust signed a stipulated agreement to have the authority to enter to the stipulation. The owner is granted until 5/24 of 2021 to obtain compliance. If the owner does not correct the violations, bring the property into compliance with code section cited in Exhibit A by the date set forth, a fine of $150 per day will be assessed.
They got a lot to do too.
Working on it.
All right, I have reviewed the stipulated agreement. It appears to be in proper form. It is ratified and approved.
Next is item number 28, case number 20-2365. Property address is 1509 South Federal Highway. Officer Hicks, this is also a stipulated agreement.
Case number 20-2365, owners Lake Worth Development Trust. Signed a stipulated agreement, have the authority to enter into the stipulation. Owners granted until 5/24/2021 to obtain compliance. If the owner does not correct the violations and bring the property into compliance with the code section cited in Exhibit A by the date set forth, a fine of $150 per day will be assessed.
All right, thank you. I have reviewed the stipulated agreement. It appears to be in proper form, and it is ratified and approved.
11/17. Here's Karen.
Okay, we're going to go to page 22. Item number 57, case number 20-1117. Property address is 2407 North East Coast Street. Property owner is Augustin Properties LLC, Officer Hicks, and they've entered into a stipulated agreement.
Case number 20-1117, owners Augustin and Properties LLC signed a stipulated agreement to have authority to enter into the stipulation. The owner is granted until 5/24/21 to obtain compliance. If the owner does not correct the violations and bring the property into compliance with the code section cited in Exhibit A by the date set forth, a fine of $150 per day will be assessed.
Thank you. I've reviewed the stipulated agreement. It appears to be in proper form. It is ratified and approved.
Okay, we're going to go to page 11, item number 29, case number 20-2371. That item is complied. Page 13, item 31, case number 19-3404 has been rescheduled to the May 27th hearing.
Sorry, which was, that was 31?
Item 31, yes.
Thank
sir.
you. Got it.
Item 32, case number 19-4164. That has been rescheduled to the April 29th hearing. Page 14. You can go now, Mr. Hicks. We're going to call up Officer Thomas.
See you next time.
We're on page 14, item number 33, case number 20-161. Property address is 1216 South Dixie Highway. Property owner is James H. and Marta Batmasian, and they have entered into a stipulated agreement.
Morning.
Right. Do you swear or affirm under penalties of perjury your testimony will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Thank you very much.
Officer Thomas, City of Lake Worth Beach Code Compliance. Case number 20-161. Batmasan James. The violations exist at the property owner's address located at 1216 South Dixie Highway, Lake Worth Beach, Florida. The owner is granted until June 25th, 2021 to obtain compliance as specified in Exhibit A. The owner understands and agrees that they will not be entitled to an extension of time to correct the violations and agrees that they will not request same. If the owner does not correct the violations and bring the property into compliance with the code sections cited in Exhibit A by the date set forth in Section 3 above, a fine of $150 per day will be assessed, beginning on the date set forth in Section 3 above. The fine imposed will become a lien on the property where the violation exists and upon any other real or personal property of the violator. The following additional conditions and/or exceptions shall apply to this stipulated agreement. All permits applied for and obtained must have a final inspection and be closed in order to achieve compliance. All other code violations must be complied by the above date as well. Please make sure to obtain and pass the use and occupancy inspection by this date as well.
All right, I've reviewed the stipulated agreement. It appears to be in proper form. It is ratified and approved.
Okay, item number 34, case number 20-1168 has been rescheduled till the May 27th hearing. Item 35, case number 20-1548 has complied. We're on page 15, item number 36, case number 20-1632. Property address is 701 North J Street. Property owner is Adelisa Rodriguez, Officer Thomas, and they've entered into a stipulated agreement.
Officer Thomas, City of Lake Worth Beach Code Compliance, case number 20-1632, City versus Adelisa Rodriguez. The violations exist at the owner's property located at 701 North J Street, Lake Worth Beach, Florida. The owner is granted until May 25th, 2021 to obtain compliance as specified in Exhibit A. Owner understands and agrees that she will not be entitled to an extension of time to correct the violations and agrees that she will not request same. If the owner does not correct the violations and bring the property into compliance with the code section cited in Exhibit A by the date set forth in Section 3 above, a fine of $150 per day will be assessed. The following additional conditions and/or exceptions shall apply to the stipulated agreement. Building permit number 20-240 must have a passed final inspection and be closed in order to achieve compliance.
I've reviewed the stipulated agreement. It appears to be in proper form. It is ratified and approved.
Next is item 37, case number 20-1637. Property address of 2602 Bucknell Lane. Property owner is Deborah J. Orr, Officer Thomas, and they've entered into a stipulated agreement.
Officer Thomas, City of Lake Worth Beach Code Compliance, case number 20-1637, the City versus Deborah J. Orr. The violations exist at the owner's property located at 2602 Bucknell Lane, Lake Worth Beach, Florida. The owner is granted until June 25th, 2021 to obtain compliance as specified in Exhibit A. Owner understands and agrees that she will not be entitled to an extension of time to correct the violations and agrees that she will not request same. If the owner does not correct the violations and bring the property into compliance with the code sections cited in Exhibit A by the date set forth in Section 3 above, a fine of $150 per day will be assessed beginning on the date set forth in Section 3 above. The following additional conditions and/or exceptions shall apply to the stipulated agreement. Please make pool water clear and continue to maintain once clear. Please place all shutters awnings in their upright position. Please make sure to pressure wash the driveway and back patio area to remove dirt, grime, and algae. And then I told her to please make sure she initials each page of this agreement at the bottom of the page.
Like that occurred. I have reviewed the stipulated agreement. It appears to be in proper form. It is ratified and approved.
Item 38, case number 20-1849 is complied. Page 16, item number 39, case number 20-1885 is complied. Item number 40, case number 20-2039 is complied. Item 41, case number 20-2042 is complied. I'm sorry, that's on page 17. Next is item number 42, case number 20-2335. Property address is 1706 North End Street. Property owner is Derek Smith, Officer Thomas.
Thank you.
Officer Thomas, City of Lake Worth Beach Code Compliance, case number 20-2335. Owner Derek Smith, address 1706 North End Street. Property location is 1706 North End Street. This was done on a field observation. Found the property to be in violation of the city code sections. LWCO 2-75.9, landscaping is in compliance. LWCO 23.6-1, the landscape regulations is also in compliance. LWCO 12-18, areas free of garbage, trash, and debris is in compliance. LWCO 1435, use and occupancy inspection is still in violation. LWCO 2-75.6.2, general house requirements is still in violation. Issued formal notice of violation hearing on 10/29/2020 by certified and regular mail. The certified mail and regular mail was not received. Property posted on 2/25/2021. Property was re-inspected on 12/2/2020, 1/7/2021, 2/12/2021, 3/24/2021, and found to be in non-compliance. Photographs of the property were taken showing the violations. Personal contact with the property owner. I spoke to him one time. Recommendation time, comply by April 26, 2021, or pay a fine of $100 per day with administrative costs of $425.29. to be paid by April 26, 2021.
All right, I do find proper notice with the posting after the return certified mail. I will find the property remains in violation of City Code Sections 1435 and 2-75.6.2, but has complied with the other sections cited in the notice. I'll accept the city's recommendation to allow compliance with the outstanding violations no later than April 26th of 2021. Thereafter, daily fines of $100 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved. The city is also awarded its administrative costs of $425.29 payable no later than April 26th.
Item 43, case number 2389. Property address is 316 Vanderbilt Drive. Property owner is Rocco M. Renato, Officer Thomas, and they've entered into a stipulated agreement.
Officer Thomas, City of Lake Worth Beach Code Compliance, case number 20-2389, City versus Rocco M. Ronaldo II. The violations exist on the owner's property located at 316 Vanderbilt Drive, Lake Worth Beach, Florida, 33460. The owner is granted until June 25th, 2021 to obtain compliance as specified in Exhibit A. Owner understands and agrees that he will not be entitled to an extension of time to correct the violations and agrees that he will not request the same. If the owner does not correct the violations and bring the property into compliance with the code section cited in Exhibit A by the date set forth in Section 3 above, a fine of $150 per day will be assessed beginning on the date set forth in Section 3 above. The following additional conditions and/or exceptions shall apply to this stipulated agreement. All permits must be applied for and obtained before work is started. In order to achieve compliance, all permits must have a final inspection and be closed.
Is this a whole re-roof or is it just a repair?
It's a whole re-roof.
Yeah.
There
Okay,
were several leaks. It was more than 25% of the roof.
okay. I have reviewed the stipulated agreement. It appears to be in proper form. It is ratified and approved.
Next is page 18, item 44, case number 20-2458. Property address is 1902 North Federal Highway. Property owner is Buyers Investment Group LTD, Officer Thomas.
Case number, Officer Thomas, City of Lake Worth Beach Code Compliance, case number 20-2458, owners Buyers Investment Group Limited, Inc., address 6717 Stone Creek Street, Green Acres, Florida, 33413. Property location is 1902 North Federal Highway. This was observed from a field observation. Property to be found in violation of the following city code sections. LWCO 12-17 storage of garbage cans, that is now in compliance. LWCO 2-75.9 landscaping to mow trim landscaping to maintain property to have good curb appeal is not in compliance. LWCO 23.6-1 to mow trim grass, weeds, trees on property to keep a finished, well-maintained appearance is not in compliance. Issued formal notice of violation hearing on 10/28/2020 by certified and regular mail. Certified and regular mail was not received. Property was posted on 2/25/2021. Property was re-inspected on 11/24/2020, 12/29/2020, 2/18/2021, 3/24/2021, and found to be in non-compliance. Photographs of the property have been taken showing the violations. I have not had any personal contact with property owner. Recommendation time, April 5th, 2021, fine of $100 per day, administrative costs of $425.29 to be paid by April 5th, 2021 as well.
Is this vacant lot?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I do find proper notice with the returned certified mail and the posting. I will find, based on the testimony and the evidence, that the property remains in violation as cited, except for compliance with section 12-17 has occurred. I will allow until April 5th of 2021 to cure the outstanding violations. Thereafter, daily fines of $100 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved. City's awarded administrative costs of $425.29, also payable by April 5th.
Okay, next, we're going to go to page 4. Item number 11, case number 18-5692. It's a public request for lien reduction. Address is 210 Dartmouth Drive. Property owner is U.S. Bank Trust, N.A. Officer Thomas, and they entered into a stipulated agreement.
Officer Thomas, City of Lake Worth Beach Code Compliance, case number 18-5692, City of Lake Worth Beach versus US Bank Trust NA. There is a code enforcement lien on the property located at 210 Dartmouth Drive, Lake Worth Beach, Florida, 33460. The property is otherwise free of all outstanding debts due to the city, and all administrative costs assessed in the underlying code compliance cases for the lien have been paid. Owner has otherwise met all of the requirements of section 2-69.3 and 2-693.1 of the city's code of ordinance relating to the reduction of code enforcement liens. The lien existing on the property totals $15,750, and owner agrees to pay $7,875 to settle and release the lien. The city will recommend to the special magistrate that an order be entered reducing the lien to $7,875, and owner agrees to make payment by April 26, 2021. If the special magistrate does not agree with the amount stipulated in this agreement, the case will be reset to a new hearing date.
I have reviewed the stipulated agreement for lien reduction. I am in agreement and ratify and approve it.
Thank you.
Okay, we are staying on page 4, item number 9, case number 15-1169. It's a public request for a lien reduction. Property address is 525 North K Street. Property owner Sugar Holding LLC. The new owner is 525 North K Street. Officer Beware. Oh, and they've entered into a stipulated agreement.
Good morning. My name is Fedleen Bower, Code Officer Fedleen Bower. This is a stipulated agreement for a lien reduction for case number 15-1169 for Sugar Holdings. The person executing the stipulated agreement has authority to enter into this agreement. The owner has otherwise met all requirements of the section 2-69.3 and 2-693.1 of the city's code ordinance. The lien existing on the property totals to $16,575, and the owner agrees to pay $1,657.50 to settle the release of the lien. The city recommends to the special magistrate that the order be entered, reducing the lien to $1,657.50, and the owner agrees to make the payment by April 29 of 2021. If the city does not receive the payment as set forth above, the stipulated agreement shall be null and void. An existing lien of $16,575 shall be reinstated.
All right, I've reviewed the stipulated agreement for lien reduction, accept the city's recommendation and approve the agreement.
Okay, next we're going to go to page 18, item 45, case number 20-2463 is complied. Item 46, case number 20-1569, property address of 929 North K Street. Property owner is Raymond D. Gallen and Patricia A. Gallen Joint Trust. Officer Beware.
All right, the case presented 21569 with Patricia and Raymond Gallen. Their home address is 5573 High Ridge Road, Lake Worth, Florida. The property address is 929 North K Street. The violation existing on the property is LWCO 12-17, trash cans in public view. LWCO 12-18, areas free of garbage and trash. LWCO 2-75.9, landscape. LWCO 2-756.21, general requirements. And LWCO 23.2-21, building permits. The violation that has been complied or resolved is LWCO 2-756.6, fire safety requirements, LWCO 23.4-19 of outdoor storage, and LWCO 23.4-4 for visibility triangle. No door hanger was issued. The owner was notified via certified mail on 10/23/2020. The certified mail was received on 10/28/2020. The property's last reinspection date was 3/24/21. Photographs was taken. I have not made personal contact with the owner. The city's request that the owner complies by May 25th of 2021 or fine $100 per day with administrative costs of $425.29. All to be paid by May 25th of 2021.
All right, thank you. I do find proper notice with the certified mail in this case. Based on the testimony and the evidence, I'll find the property remains in violation as cited, except for 2-75.6.6, 23.4-19, and 23.4-4 parens G, all of which have complied. I will accept the city's recommendation to allow until May 25th of 2021 for compliance with the outstanding violations. Thereafter, daily fines of $100 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved. The city is awarded its administrative costs of $425.29, also payable by May 25th.
Okay, we're going to go to page 19, item 47. Case number 20-2055 has been rescheduled till the April 29th hearing. Item 48, case number 20-2321 has been rescheduled to the April 29th hearing. Page 20, item number 49, case number 20-121 has been rescheduled till the May 27th hearing. Item number 51, case number 20-2711 has been rescheduled till the May 27th hearing. Item 52, case number 20-2716 has complied. And then now we are going to jump over to page 26. Item number 68, case number 20-35. Property address is 1704 Barton Court. Property owner is Michael Dorsman and Joyce Raymond, Officer Turek, and they've entered into a stipulated agreement.
Thank you.
To start,
Go ahead.
this is a stipulated agreement between the city of Lake Worth and Michael Joyce Raymond. Violation exists on the property located at 1704 Barton Court, Lake Worth Beach. The owner is granted until April 26th to obtain compliance in Exhibit A. Owner understands and agrees. The owner does that if the owner does not correct the violations, that a fine of $150 will be assessed. And the violations are trash and debris, 12-17, store trash cans out of public view, 2-7562, removal of trash and debris from entire property, pressure clean driveway, 1432 is the Lake Worth business license, 1435 is the inspection, and 23.4-7 is to repair the parking lot and add stripes.
Thank you. I've reviewed the stipulated agreement. I ratify and affirm.
Yep.
Item 69, case number 20-572 has been rescheduled to the April 29th hearing. Page 27, item number 72, case number 20-790 is complied. Actually, that item should read 71. Item 72, case number 20-1005 is complied. Page 28, item number 73, case number 20-1123, property address of 1408 South C Street. Property owner is Eslet Ruiz, Officer Turek.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Still Turek for the city of Lake Worth, code enforcement. Case 20-1123, Eslet Ruiz is the owner. Her address is 7486 Coconut Drive in Lake Worth. The property location is 1408 South C Street. The violations that exist are to either get a Lake Worth business license, 1432, and an inspection, 1435, or to apply for vacant registry, 2-7511. The rest of the violations have complied. This was issued courtesy notice 3/3, re-inspected several times, certified mail received on October 26th. Re-inspected several times as of 3/22/21 was the last time, and this is 10 days, April 5th, 2021, at a fine of $100 per day and administrative costs of $425.29 to be paid within 10 days, 4/5/21.
So the only thing left is to button up the business license and the,
It's either a business license or a vacant registry for this property.
all right. In this case, I do find proper notice with certified mail. I will find the property has complied with all sections as contained in the notice of violation, except for City Code 1432, which remains outstanding. I'll allow until April 5th for that violation to be brought into compliance. What was the daily fine you're recommending? $100 per day. That's granted. And I will award the city's administrative costs of $425.29, also payable by April 5th. There you go.
Next is item 74, case number 20-1124, property address of 1429 South B Street. Property owner is Eslet Ruiz, Officer Turek.
Joella Turek, City of Lake Worth Beach, case number 20-1124, owner Eslet Ruiz, address 7486 Coconut Drive, Lake Worth, Florida. Property location 1429 South B Street. The violations that exist are Lake Worth business license 14-32, foreclosure vacant registry 2-75.11, and the use and occupancy inspection 1435. So she needs either a Lake Worth business license or vacant registry on the property. The property was last inspected on 3/22/21, and I'm recommending 10 days, April 5th, 2021, at $100 per day if not complied, and the admin fee of $425.29 to be paid within 10 days as well.
All right, I do find proper notice in this case with the returned certified mail and the posting. I will find the property remains in violation as cited and accept the city's recommendation to allow 10 days, which is April 5th for compliance. Thereafter, daily fines of $100 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved.
Thank you.
Item number 75, case number 20-1126 is complied.
No.
Page 29, item number 76, case number 20-1302 is complied. On to page 30, item number 78, case number 20-1509, property address is 1414 South B Street. Property owner is Anselmo Munoz, Officer Turek.
Okay.
Joella Turek from the City of Lake Worth, Code Enforcement, case number 20-1509, owner Munoz Anselmo, address 6110 Windmood Drive, West Palm Beach. Property address 1414 South B Street. The violations at this property are to apply and obtain a Lake Worth business license 1432, to have the inspection and pass 1435, landscaping 2-75.9, add living ground cover to the front yard or the entire yard. Building permit 23.2-21. This is to apply and obtain a permit for the rear garage converted into a living space or removed. This property was re-inspected on 3/15. Property was posted through 2/24/21, and the city is recommending the time of 60 days, May 25th, 2021, or a fine of $150 per day, admin fee $425.29 to be paid May 25th, 21.
All right, find proper notice with the returned certified mail and the posting. Based on the testimony and the evidence, I will find the property remains in violation as cited. I'll allow the respondent until May 25th of 2021 to comply with the outstanding violations. Thereafter, daily fines of $150 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved. The city is also awarded administrative costs of $425.29.
Next is item number 80, case number 20-1709. Property address is 801 12th Avenue South. Property owner is Charles W. Cook Jr. and Bronze Cook, Officer Turek, and they've entered into a stipulated agreement.
That one's blinking on the lights.
Hmm.
Is it in here? Okay, this is a stipulated agreement with the city and Charles and Brandy Cook. The violation exists at the owner's property located at 801 12th Avenue South, Lake Worth Beach, Florida. The owner is granted until May 25th, 2021 to obtain compliance as specified in Exhibit A. He agrees that she will now be entitled to an extension of time, that the owner, if does not correct the property and bring the property into compliance set forth by the date, a fine of $100 per day will be assessed. And the violations in this case are Lake Worth business license to apply and obtain, 1432. To get a Lake Worth business license, inspection, use and occupancy inspection, 1435. To remove all abandoned inoperable vehicles on the property, 1539. General requirements of 2-7562, please clean up the entire property of all trash, junk, and debris. Building permit 23.2-21 to apply for, obtain, finalize, and close permits for the construction of any new building and all permits associated with construction, such as fence, irrigation, landscaping, and CO, needs a CO. To achieve compliance, all permits must be finalized and closed to be in order. There's outdoor storage of 23.4-19. All the outdoor storage needs to be removed from this property. It's a vacant property. All other lot areas and driveways shall be planted with living ground cover. This is the landscape violation 2361. And they also need to register the vacant property under the registration code 2-7511 and the landscaping code 2-75.9 to maintain and keep the weeds and grass cut at this time. The time and fine, I gave that to you, right, sir? May 25th, 2021, $100 per day? Yes.
Thank you. Pardon, hold on.
Yeah.
I have reviewed the stipulated agreement. It appears to be in proper form. It is ratified and approved.
Thank you.
Okay, we're going to go to page 31, item number 82, case number 20-1854. Property address is 917 South D Street. Property owner is Raymond J. Lewis, Officer Turek.
Cyril Turk for the city of Lake Worth, case number 20-1854. Raymond Lewis is the owner, address 917 South D. Notice was issued on 7/27, re-inspected 10/2, found to be in violation 10/28, delivered, certified mail on 11/2. Property was re-inspected on 3/17 and recommending a time of to be complied within 30 days, 4/26/21, or a fine of $125 per day with an administrative cost of $425.29, also within 30 days. And the violations here consist of to apply and obtain, close and final building permit 23.2-21 To apply and obtain permit for awning added to front structure without permit. Apply and obtain fence permit as fence is falling down and not symmetrical. Apply and obtain and final and close all permits to be in compliance. 23-4.10 is to remove all vehicles from the entire yard, front and back. Remove any commercial vehicles. Outdoor storage, 23.4-19. To remove the 2 commercial trailers / containers that are on the rear of the property because there's no outdoor storage permitted in residential zones. The fences, walls, hedges, Lake Worth 23.4-4 is to repair or replace damaged fence around the entire property. If replacing or repairing more than 16 feet, a permit will be required. And storage and accumulation, 12-17, and that is to store the trash cans out of public view.
And all violations remain outstanding.
Yes.
All right, with the delivered certified mail, I find proper notice in this case. Based on the testimony and the evidence, I find property remains in violation as cited. I will accept city's recommendation, require compliance by April 26th of 2021. After that, there will be daily fines of $125 per day until compliance is achieved. The city is also awarded its administrative costs of $425.29 payable no later than April 26th.
Thank you.
Next is page 32, item 83, case number 2-1894. Property address is 701 South F Street. Property owner is ENMD LLC, Officer Turek, and they've entered into a stipulated agreement.
So Turk for the city of Lake Worth Beach Code Enforcement. This is a stipulated agreement between the city of Lake Worth and ENMD LLC. That the violation exists at the owner's property located at 701 South F Street. That the owner is granted until May 25th, 2021 to obtain compliance as specified in Exhibit A, which I'll read in 1 minute. That the owner does not correct these violations and come into compliance by the date set forth, a fine of $100 per day will be assessed. The violations at this property are 12-17 to please store trash cans out of public view. 12-18 to remove all trash, debris, and junk from the property. 14-32 to obtain the Lake Worth business license. 14-35 to schedule and pass a use and occupancy inspection. 15-39 to remove inoperable abandoned property vehicle on the property. 2-75.6.2 is in partial compliance. They still need to remove indoor furniture from exterior and clean up the entire property, still trash and debris. Fire safety, Lake Worth 2-75.66 is to remove all the wood from the windows to provide egress. Lake Worth CO 2-75.9 is to cut the entire property, trim all vegetation, and add and keep maintained at all times.
We're going to have reviewed the stipulated agreement as you read through it. It appears to be in proper form and is ratified and approved.
Thank you.
Next is item 84, case number 20-1932. Property address is 1005 12th Avenue South. Property owner is Solomon International Investments LLC, Officer Turek.
Suella Turk for the city of Lake Worth Beach. Case number 20-1932, owner Solomon International Investments LLC. Address 6538 Collins Avenue, Suite 71, Miami, Florida. Property location is 1005 12th Avenue South. Violation, the notice was sent 8/6/2020, re-inspected 10/8. Notice was sent out 2/4/21, re-inspected 3/18. I have had no contact with the owner, been unable to reach the owner. Recommendation of time would be 1 month, 4/26/21, or $100 per day, $425.29 administrative costs, also to be paid within 30 days, and the violations that exist at this property are 1432 to apply and obtain a Lake Worth business license, 1435 to schedule and pass the UNO inspection, 23.2.21 to remove the blue tarp on the roof and apply and obtain final and closed permit for roof to repair, replace. Building department will determine if the repair needs a permit. Contact building department. That's it.
All right, in this case, I will find proper notice with the posting. I will find the property remains in violation as cited. I'll accept the city's recommendation, allow till April 26th of 2021 to cure all outstanding violations. Thereafter, daily fines of $100 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved. The city is awarded its administrative costs of $425.29 payable no later than April 26th.
Next is item 85, case number 20-2028. Property address is 1011 10th Avenue South. Property owner is Caribbean All Real Estate Corporation, Officer Turek, and they've entered into a stipulated agreement.
Sue Ella Turek for the city of Lake Worth Beach. This is a stipulated agreement between the city and Caribbean All Real Estate Corporations. The owner is granted until June 25th, 2021 to obtain compliance as specified in Exhibit A, that the owner does not correct the violations and bring the property into compliance within the code section of Exhibit A by the date set forth, of a fine of $150 per day will be assessed. The violations that exist at this property are apply and obtain the Lake Worth business license. I have partially complied that because it was paid for. It was updated and paid for. The use and occupancy 1435 still needs to be scheduled and pass the inspection for the license to be in compliance as well. The general requirements of 2-75.6.2, pressure clean driveway and sidewalks. Driveway needs grass and weeds removed from it. Pressure clean all concrete. Landscaping 2-75.9 the property has been cut once, but needs some landscaping after driveway repair. 23.2-21 is the owner needs a permit to finish driveway to curb cut by contacting the building department, apply and obtain final and closed permit for driveway completion.
All right, I have reviewed the stipulated agreement. It appears to be in proper form. I ratify and approve.
Thank you.
Next is item 86. We're on page 33, item 86, case number 20-2065. Property address is 1210 South D Street. Property owner is Angelo Bahar, Officer Turret.
You're welcome. So let's hear from the city of Lake Worth Beach. 20-2065 is the case number. Angelo Bear, address 2776 South Arlington Mill Drive, Unit 356 in Arlington, Virginia. The property location is 1210 South D. All violations have been complied in this case, except for he failed his use and occupancy inspection yesterday. He will need to comply what the inspector had written on the inspection, call to reschedule and pass this UNO inspection in order to be in compliance. That's his only violation. The property was posted on 2/24/21, and the recommendation of time is 4/4/26/21 with a fine of $125 per day. Administration cost of $429.29 and also to be paid within the 30 days. 4/26/21.
All right, I will find proper notice in this case with the certified mail and the posting. Based on the testimony and the evidence, I will find the property has complied with all city code sections except 14-35, which remains outstanding. I'll accept the city's recommendation to allow until April 26th of 2021 to cure the outstanding violation. Thereafter, daily fines of $125 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved. Also award the city's administrative costs of $425.29 payable by April 26th.
Kim,
Next is item 87, case number 20-2431, property address of 719 South C Street. Property owner is ALC Home Services LLC. Officer Turek.
Sue Ellen Turk for the city of Lake Worth Beach, case 20-2431, ALC Home Services LLC, 7495 West Atlantic Avenue, Suite 200 to 289 in Delray. Property address 719 South C. Courtesy notice was issued 10/22/20, re-inspected 11/2. The certified mail was received on November 6, 2020. The recommendation of time is March 30th, 2021, or $100 per day, 5 days to comply, $429.25 for the $425.29 for the administrative costs, and the violations consist of 2-75.9, please cut, mow, trim all vegetation on entire property and keep cut at all times. Edge sidewalk. The front yard has been cut and sidewalk edged, backyard is still overgrown, so there's still a landscape violation. The property is in an LLC. He either needs a Lake Worth business license, 14-32, to obtain a business license and to pass an inspection, 1435, or to apply for vacant registry. And those are all the violations.
Okay. Certified mail, you have proper service in this case. Based on the testimony and the evidence, I will find the property remains in violation as cited. I'll accept the city's recommendation to allow until March 30th of 2021 for compliance. Thereafter, daily fines of $100 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved. City's awarded administrative costs of $425.29, also payable by the March 30th date.
Thank you. That's everything, right, Krista?
Yes, for you.
See you next time.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, let me find where we're going next. Okay, we're going to go to page 5, item number 13, case number 19 item number 12, case number 16-769. It's a public request for a lien reduction. Property address is 1428 South Lakeside Drive, Unit 31. Case name is Newco Condo LLC. New owners are Jack Meyerson and David Werner, Officer Mitchell, and they've entered into a stipulated agreement.
So Willie Mitchell, City of Lake Worth, previously sworn, case number 16-769. The City of Lake Worth Beach Fraud and Property Owners Special Agents Spencer Siegel, who's acting under the lien reduction for the owner. The person executing stipulated agreement have authority to enter into this agreement. Owner has otherwise met all of the requirements of this section 269.3, 269.3.1, the city's code of ordinance relating to the reduction of code enforcement liens. The lien existing on the property total $11,350, and the owner agrees to pay $2,000 to settle and release the lien. The city will recommend a special magistrate that in order to be entered, reducing the lien to $2,000, and the owner agrees to make payment by March 31st, 2021. If the city does not receive payment as set forth above, the stipulated agreement shall be null and void, and the existing lien amount of $11,350 shall be reinstated.
All right, I have reviewed the stipulated agreement for lien reduction, accept the city's recommendation and approve.
Okay, we're going to go to page 40, item number 107, case number 20-1550. Property address is 1208 South N Street. Property owner is Lisette Balbers, Officer Mitchell, and they've entered into a stipulated agreement.
Okay.
And also Willie Mitchell, City of Lake Worth, Case number 201550, Lisette the bearer, that the person signed this stipulated agreement have the authority to enter into the stipulated end bond that the owner is granted until May the 23rd, 2021. If the owner does not correct the violations and bring the property into compliance into compliance, a fine of $150 per day will be assessed. That the owner understands that the City of Lake Worth Beach Code compliance also will inspect the property to verify whether the necessary work has been completed.
Thank you. I have reviewed the stipulated agreement. Appears to be in proper form. I will ratify and approve. Thank you.
I just want to say it was such a snappy bow tie, but I didn't wear one today.
Sir,
Thank you. Appreciate
always a
it.
pleasure.
No, thank you. Everything else good?
Living the dream.
More cases.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, next we're going to go to page 20. Item number 53, case number 19-3303. Property address is 2211 North Dixie Highway. Property owner is Nosh Catering and Events LLC. Code Manager Robinson presenting.
All right, Yolanda Robinson, City of Lakewood Beach, Code Compliance, case number 19-3303, Nosh Catering and Events LLC. This case is being presented for Officer Karen Stokes. The property address 2211 North Dixie Highway. The violations are LWCO 12-7 for a dumpster enclosure. They placed a dumpster enclosure, but it's unpermitted. LWCO 23.2-21, a permit for the enclosure. LWCO 9-2.1, processor closed, a permit number 193402. And they have a commercial awning permit that's still in plan review since September 9th, 2019. And they need a permit for a storage container, a container like earlier. Nope, there was a courtesy notice. She issued a door hanger on 9/17/2019. The property was re-inspected on monthly until 9/23/2020. The certified letter was mailed 9/23/2020. Certified mail was received on 2/8/21, February 8th. The property was posted on February 3rd, 2021. Compliance extension has been given since March 26, 20 until today. Property was re-inspected on March 23rd, found to be in non-compliance. Photographs in the file, no contact with the property owner. Recommended time is June 23rd, 2021, or $75 per day.
The 23rd, you said?
June 23rd.
Thank you.
Administrative costs, $425.29, also to be paid on June 23rd.
Okay. All right, I do find proper notice with the certified mail, and you also had posting. Based on the testimony and the evidence, I will find the property remains in violation as cited. I'll accept the city's recommendation, allow until June 23rd of 2021 for compliance. Thereafter, daily fines of $75 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved. I'll award the city's administrative costs of $425.29, also payable no later than June 23rd.
Okay, we're on page 21, item 54, case number 19-3304. That's been withdrawn. Item number 55, case number 20-108. Property address is 1018 North C Street. Property owner is 1018 North C Street Land Trust, Hector Augusti and Nexavant Properties LLC as trustees. Code Manager Robinson.
Yolanda Robinson, City of Lake Worth Beach, case number 2108. The violations are LWCO 1217, outdoor storage, that has since been complied. LWCO 1218, garbage, trash, and debris. LWCO 2-75.11, vacant registry. LWCO 2-75.9, landscape. 23.4-10B, prohibited parking. LWCO 15-39, unlicensed or inoperable vehicle. LWCO 2-75.6.2, pressure clean and paint. LWCO 23.2-21, a permit for the fence. LWCO 1432 and 35 have also been resolved. Those violations have been resolved. They need vacant registry. LWCO 23.4-4C and D to repair the fences, walls, any fences, walls, and hedges. Courtesy notice was issued on 1/8/2020. The property was re-inspected on 10/6/20 and found to be in non-compliant. Certified mail was issued on 10/6/2020. The certified mail was returned, so the property was posted on 2/23/21. The property owner has received extensions. Property was re-inspected on 3/23/21. Photos, yes. No contact with the owner. Recommended time is May 25th, 2021, or fines of $100 per day. Administrative costs $425.29 to be paid also on May 25th, 2021.
All right, just so that I make sure I got it right, the complied are 1217 and then 1432 and 1435.
Correct.
Got it.
17 is complied, 32 and 35 violations resolved, BRs.
All
Mhm.
right, I do find proper notice with the return certified mail and the posting in this case. Based on the testimony and the evidence, I will find property remains in violation of City Code Sections 23.4-10B, 12-18, 15-39, 2-75.11, 2-75.6.2, 2-75.9, 23.2-21, and 23.4-4, C and D. I'll accept the city's recommendation, allow until May 25th of 2021 for compliance. Thereafter, daily fines of $100 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved. City is awarded administrative costs of $425.29 payable no later than May 25th.
Okay, we're going to go to page 22. Item number 56, case number 20-737 is complied. Item number 58, case number 20-1157, property address is 1423 North Dixie Highway. Property owner is Pathfinder International, Inc. Code Manager Robinson.
London Robinson, City of Lake Worth Beach. The violations at property address are LWCO 2-75.9 landscape that has been complied. LWCO 23-2-21, they need a permit for the storage container. LWCO 23-4-19, outdoor storage, tires. LWCO 23.5-1G, non-permitted signs. Property was re-inspected on 9/23/20, found to be in non-compliance. A notice of violation was mailed on 9/23/20. Certified mail was received on February 8th, 21. Property was posted on March 6th, 2020. Compliance extensions have been given. Property was re-inspected again on 3/23/21. Photos, yes. Personal contact, no. The recommended time is June 23rd, 2021, or $100 per day. The time was suggested by the building official due to the permitting
Okay.
storage containers.
All right, so I will find proper notice with certified mail and the posting in this case based on the testimony and the evidence. I find the property remains in violation as cited, except that it has complied with 2-75.9 regarding the landscaping. I will accept the city's recommendation to allow until June 23rd of 2021 for compliance. Thereafter, daily fines of $100 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved. City's awarded administrative costs of $425.29, also payable by June 23rd.
Okay, page 23, number 59, case number 20-1177 is complied. Item 60, case number 20-1306, property address is 110 North C Street. Property owner is Willie Rosero. Code Manager Robinson.
London Robinson, City of Lake Worth Beach. The violations are LWCO 1432 for business license. They paid for the license. They need to pay for the renewal fee. LWCO 2-75.9 landscape complied. LWCO 21-33.3 prohibited parking, that's complied. So the only remaining violation is the renewal fee. Courtesy notice was issued on 3/17/20. Photos, yes. Contact with the owner, no. I telephoned on 3/24, but no answer. Recommended time, April 25th, 2021, or $50 per day. Administrative cost, $425.29, April 25th, 2021.
Thank you. I do find proper notice in this case with the posting. I will find the property has complied with all violations except for City Code Section 14-32, which remains in violation. I'll allow until April 25th of 2021 to bring that violation into compliance. Thereafter, daily fines of $50 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved. The city's awarded administrative costs of $425.29 also, excuse me, payable by April 25th.
Okay, we're going to go to page 24, item number 62, case number 20-1479. That item has been rescheduled until May 27th. Item 63, case number 20-1512, property address of 1123 North E Street. Property owner is Robert C. Smith Jr., Code Manager Robinson.
London Robinson, City of Lake Worth Beach, violations, LWCO 1217, garbage containers in public view, LWCO 1432 and 35 for business license and inspection, LWCO 2-75.6.2, house numbers and paint the mailbox, LWCO 2-75.6.2, the awnings at the window that has been complied, LWCO 23.4-19, outdoor storage. Property was re-inspected on several occasions. Certified mail was returned. Property was posted on 2/23/21. Extensions have been granted. Property was re-inspected on 3/23/21. Photographs, yes. Contact, no. Recommended time, April 25th, 2021, or $75 per day. Administrative cost, $425.29, due also on April 25th, 2021.
All right, but we'll find proper notice with the returned certified mail and the posting in this case. Based on the testimony and the evidence, I will find the property remains in violation as cited, with the exception of City Code Section 2-75.6.6, which has complied. I'll accept the city's recommendation, allow until April 25th of 2021 for the outstanding violations to be complied. Thereafter, daily fines of $75 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved. And the city is awarded its administrative costs of $425.29, also payable by April 25th.
Thank you.
Next is item number 64, case number 20-1535. Property address is 1106 North C Street. Property owner is Pedro Gonzalez and Lydia Rodriguez, Code Manager Robinson.
London Robinson, City of Lake Worth Beach, code compliance, LWCO 12-18, garbage, trash, and debris, LWCO 15-39, unlicensed and or inoperable vehicle that is complied. LWCO 2-75.6.2, paint structure, LWCO 2-75.9, landscape, LWCO 2133.3, prohibited parking, that is complied. LWCO 9-2.1, they have a 2016 electrical permit that's expired and a building permit that's in plan review since 16. Property has been re-inspected on several occasions. Certified mail was returned. Property was posted on February 23rd, 2021. Extensions have been given. Property was re-inspected on March 23rd, 2021. Photographs, yes. Contact, no. Recommended time is May 25th, 2021, or $75 per day. Administrative cost, $425.29, also due on May 25th, 2021.
All right, I do find proper notice with the returned certified mail and the posting. I will find the property remains in violation as cited, except for compliance is found with City Code Section 15-39 and 21-33.3. We'll accept the city's recommendation, allow compliance with the outstanding violations no later than May 25th of 2021. Thereafter, daily fines of $75 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved. City is awarded administrative costs of $425.29 payable no later than May 25th.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And
Okay, page 25, item number 65, case number 20-2043 has been rescheduled till the April 29th hearing. Item 66, case number 21-408 is complied. So now we are going to go to page, want to do your violations first or your reductions? Okay, so let's go back to page number 1. Item number 1, case number 15-341, property this is a public request for a lien reduction. Property address is 801 North A Street. Case name is Sandra Fletcher. The new owner is Richard Enterprises Investments LLC, Officer Clinton Bush, and they've entered into a stipulated agreement.
Officer Clinton Bush with the City of Lakewood Beach Code Compliance previously sworn, case number 15341, entered into a stipulated agreement with Richard Enterprises LLC. The person executing this stipulated agreement have the authority to enter into the agreement. Owner is in compliance with 2-69.3 and 2-69.31 of the Code of Ordinances relating to the reduction. The lien existing on the property totals $259,050, and the owner agrees to pay $25,905 to settle and release the lien. The city will recommend that the order be entered reducing the lien to $25,905, and the owner agrees to make the payment by May 27, 2021. If the city does not receive the payment as set forth, that the existing lien amount of $259,050 will be reinstated.
All right, I have reviewed the stipulated agreement for lien reduction and appears to be in proper form. I accept the city's recommendation to accept it and do so.
Thank you, sir.
Are you doing both his at the same time, or am I going in agenda order?
If you want me to,
No, which ones do you have next?
the next one, 312 North C.
Okay, so we're going in agenda order.
Okay.
Okay. Item number 2, case number 15-1360. It's a public request for a lien reduction. Property address is 312 North C Street. Case name was Belen Barocho. The new owner is F Street House LLC, Officer Clinton Bush, and they've entered into a stipulated agreement.
Officer Clinton Bush with the City of Lakewood Beach Code Compliance, case number 15-1360, entered into a stipulated agreement with F Street House LLC and Donald Weinberger. The person executing the stipulated agreement have the authority to enter into the agreement. The owner has otherwise met all the requirements of sections 2-69.3 and 2-69.3.1. The lien existing on the property totals $73,700. The owner agrees to pay $5,329.91 to settle and release the lien. The city will recommend to the special magistrate that an order be entered, reducing the lien to $5,329.91. And coming up with that reduction, just want to let you know that there were some receipts and invoices that were submitted and approved. If the city does not receive the payment as set forth above, the stipulated agreement will be null and void, and the existing lien amount of $73,700 shall be reinstated.
I'm sorry, what was the date for payment?
Sorry. April 29th, 2021.
Thank you.
All right, I have reviewed the stipulated agreement for lien reduction. I accept the city's recommendation. I do approve, ratify and approve.
Okay, we're going to go to page 2, item number 4, case number 18-4649. This is a public request for a lien reduction. Property address is 127 North Bay Street. Property owner is PHL LLC, Officer Clinton Bush, and they've entered into a stipulated agreement.
Officer Clinton Bush with the City of Lakewood Beach Code Compliance previously sworn, case number 18-4619. Entered into a stipulated agreement with PHL LLC or Paul Desir. The person executing the stipulated agreement have authority to enter into the agreement, and that the owner has otherwise met all requirements of section 2-69.3, 2-69.3.1. The lien existing on the property totals $4,200. The owner agrees to pay $1,050 to settle and release the lien. The city recommends to the special magistrate that the order be entered reducing the lien to $1,050. Owner agrees to make the payment by April 29th, 2021. If the city does not receive the payment, that the existing lien amount of $1,050 be reinstated, sir.
All right, I have reviewed the stipulated agreement for lien reduction and
I'm sorry, $4,200.
Okay, thank you.
I accept the recommendation, approve the agreement.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, next is item 5, case number 18-4785. It's a public request for a lien reduction. Property address is 121 North B Street. Property owner is Frey Investments LLC, Officer Clinton Bush, and they've entered into a stipulated agreement.
Officer Clinton Bush with the City of Lakewood Beach Code Compliance, case number 184785. Entered into a stipulated agreement with Frey Investments LLC. The person entering into the stipulated agreement have the authority to enter into the agreement. The owner has otherwise met all requirements of sections 2-69.3, 2-69.3.1 of the city's code of ordinances relating to the reduction. The lien existing on the property totals $48,900, and the owner agrees to pay $12,225 to settle and release the lien. The city will recommend to the special magistrate that an order be entered reducing the lien to $12,225, and the owner agrees to make the payment by May 27, 2021. If the city does not receive the payment, the existing lien amount of $48,900 be reinstated.
I have reviewed the stipulated agreement for lien reduction. I accept the city's recommendation to approve it. It is ratified and approved.
Thank you, sir.
Next is page 3, item 6, case number 19-1744. It's a public request for a lien reduction. Case, property address is 801 North A Street. Case name is Deutsche Bank National. The new owner is Richard Enterprises Investments LLC, Officer Clinton Bush, and they've entered into a stipulated agreement.
Officer Clinton Bush with the City of Lakewood Beach Code Compliance, case number 191744, entered into a stipulated agreement with the property owner, Richard Enterprises Investment LLC. The person executing the stipulated agreement have the authority to enter into the agreement. The owner has otherwise met all requirements of sections 2-69.3, 2-69.3.1. The lien existing on the property totals $26,200. The owner agrees to pay $2,620 to settle and release the lien. The city will recommend to the special magistrate that an order be entered reducing the lien to $2,620, and the owner agrees to make the payment by April 29, 2021. If the city does not receive the payment as set forth above, the existing lien amount of $26,200 shall be reinstated. Receipts and invoices were submitted for this case as well.
All right, I have reviewed the stipulated agreement for lien reduction. It is in proper form, and I accept the city's recommendation and approve and ratify.
Thank you, Special Magistrate.
Next is item 7, case number 19-1812. It's a public request for a lien reduction. Property address is 413 North E Street. Property owner is North E Street LLC, Officer Clinton Bush, and they've entered into a stipulated agreement.
Officer Clinton Bush with the City of Lakewood Beach Code Compliance, case number 191812, entered into a stipulated agreement with North E Street LLC, Tama Richmond, owner or agent for the property. The person executing the stipulated agreement have the authority to enter into the agreement. Owner has otherwise met all requirements of sections 2-69.3, 2-69.3.1. The lien existing on the property totals $18,600. The owner agrees to pay $3,797.40 to settle and release the lien. The city will recommend to the special magistrate that an order be entered reducing the lien to $3,797.40. The owner agrees to make the payment by April 29, 2021. If the city does not receive the payment as set forth above, the stipulated agreement will be null and void, and the existing lien amount of $18,600 will be reinstated.
I have reviewed the stipulated agreement. It appears to be in proper form. It is ratified and approved.
Thank you, sir.
Next is item number 8, case number 19-2390. It's a public request for a lien reduction. Property address is 312 North C Street. Case name was Belen Arocho. The new owner is F Street House LLC, Officer Clinton Bush, and they've entered into a stipulated agreement.
Officer Clinton Bush with the City of Lakewood Beach Code Compliance, previously sworn, case number 192390. Entered into a stipulated agreement with F Street House LLC, Donald Weinberger, owner or agent, and that the person executing the stipulated agreement have the authority to enter into this agreement. The property is otherwise is free of all outstanding debts due to the city and meets the requirements of sections 2-69.3, 2-69.3.1 of the city's code of ordinances. The lien existing on the property totals $13,125. The owner agrees to pay $832.50 to settle and release the lien. Invoices and receipts were also submitted for this case. The city will recommend to the special magistrate that an order be entered reducing the lien to $832.50, and the owner agrees to make the payment by April 29, 2021. If the city does not receive the payment, that the existing lien amount of $13,125 be reinstated.
Thank you. I have reviewed the stipulated agreement for lien reduction. It is in proper form and is ratified and approved.
Thank you, Special Magistrate.
Okay, now we're going to go to page 34, item 88, case number 19-3286 is complied. Item number 89, case number 19-4347, property address of 528 South B Street. Property owner is Mary Demers Trust, Officer Clinton Bush, and they've entered into a stipulated agreement.
Case number 19-4347, Officer Clint Bush with the City of Lakewood Beach Code Compliance, previously sworn, entered into a stipulated agreement with Mary Demers Trust. The person signing the stipulated agreement had the authority to enter into the stipulation agreement. The violations existed on the property included Lakewood Code of Ordinances 23.2-21, permits required for the installation of the wooden fence, and approved permanent and approved final inspections is required to comply to violation. Lakewood Code of Ordinances 23.4-19 for outdoor storage, Lakewood Code of Ordinances 2-75.6.2 for general requirements of the exterior area and property areas creating a blight to surrounding areas, and that if the owner is granted until May 27, 2021 to obtain compliance. If the owner does not correct the violation and bring it to compliance, a fine of $100 per day be assessed.
Thank you. I have reviewed the stipulated agreement and it is ratified and approved.
Thank you, sir.
Item number 90, case number 20-20 is complied. Page 35, item 91, case number 20-209 has been rescheduled for the May 27th hearing. Item number 92, case number 20-417 is complied. Item number 93, case number 20-503 has been rescheduled to the April 29th hearing. Page 36, item number 94, case number 20-515, property address is 606 North C Street. Property owner is Isabella's Investor Corp., Officer Clinton Bush, and they've entered into a stipulated agreement.
Officer Clinton Bush with the City of Lakewood Beach Code Compliance, case number 20-515, entered into a stipulated agreement with Isabella's Investors Corp., and that the person signing the stipulated agreement have the authority to enter into the stipulation, that the owner is granted until April 23rd, 2021 to obtain compliance of the code violations that's listed in Exhibit A. That if the owner does not correct the violations and bring the property into compliance with the code sections, that $100 per day will be assessed. Do I need to read off the violations for this?
I don't need you to.
Okay, perfect.
I have reviewed the stipulated agreement. It is in proper form and it is ratified and approved.
Next is item 95, case number 20-535. Property address is 801 North B Street. Property owner is Claire Fawcett, Officer Clinton Bush, and they've entered into a stipulated agreement.
Officer Clinton Bush with the City of Lakewood Beach Code Compliance, case number 2535, entered into a stipulated agreement with owner Claire Fawcett for the property located at 801 North B Street, and that the person signing the stipulated agreement have the authority to enter into the agreement. The owner is granted until May 27, 2021 to obtain compliance as specified in Exhibit A, and that if the owner does not correct the violations and bring the property into compliance with the code sections that were cited in Exhibit A, that a fine of $100 per day be assessed.
I don't have Exhibit A in the file, do you?
It's connected to this, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
That's fine.
All right, thank you. I have reviewed the stipulated agreement. It is in proper form, ratified and approved.
Thank you, Special Magistrate.
Next is item 96, case number 20-537, property address of 811 North E Street. Property owner is Robert C. Porter, Officer Clinton Bush, and they've entered into a stipulated agreement.
Officer Clinton Bush with the City of Lakewood Beach Code Compliance, case number 20-537, Robert Porter, entered into a stipulated agreement, and that the person signing the stipulated agreement have the authority to enter into the agreement, and that the owner is granted until May 27, 2021 to obtain compliance as specified in Exhibit A, and that if the owner does not correct the violations and bring the property into compliance with code section cited in Exhibit A, that $100 per day will be assessed.
I reviewed a copy of the stipulated agreement, which is in the file. It is in proper form and is ratified and approved.
Thank you, sir.
Next, page 37, item 97, case number 20-726 has been rescheduled for the April 29th hearing. Item number 98, case number 20-812, property address of 913 North B Street. Property owner is Manuel Reyes, Officer Clinton Bush.
Officer Clinton Bush with the City of Lakewood Beach Code Compliance, case number 20-812. manual raised where the mailing address is 1225 South C Street and the property address 913 North B Street. Issued a formal notice of violation, notice of hearing on February 4th, 2021 by certified mail. Posted the property on February 25th, 2021. I have photographs shown. There was no personal contact with the owner. Code violations existed at the property as Lakewood Code of Ordinances 14-32 and 14-35 to apply for and obtain the City of Lakewood Beach business license and approve use and occupancy inspection. Lakewood Code of Ordinances 12-18, remove all garbage and recycling containers stored in view. Lakewood Code of Ordinances 2-75.6.2 to apply protective treatment to all exterior surfaces of the property. At this time, the city is recommending that the owner come into compliance by April 29th, 2021, or a fine of $75 per day be assessed. Administrative costs of $425.29 to be paid by April 29th, 2021 as well.
All right, you have proper notice with the delivered certified mail. I will find, based on the testimony and the evidence, the property remains in violation as cited, and will accept the city's recommendation. Require compliance no later than April 29th of 2021. Thereafter, daily fines of $75 per day are assessed until compliance is achieved. The city is awarded administrative costs of $425.29 payable by April 29th.
Next is item 99, case number 20-917. Property address is 15 South E Street. Property owner is Emil Ubanastas. Officer Clinton Bush.
Officer Clinton Bush with the City of Lakewood Beach Code Compliance, case number 20-917, Emil Kubentas. And the mailing address is 3621 Conroe Road, apartment 712 in Orlando, Florida. Property location is 15 South E Street. The owner is in violations of code sections, Lakewood Code of Ordinances 14-7, and Lakewood Code of Ordinances 14-32 to apply for and obtain a City of Lakewood business license. Also, the renewal of the business license haven't been paid, or the new owner needs to obtain one. The general requirements, Lakewood Code of Ordinances 2-75.6.2, repair the broken window in the front of the property, remove all boards covering all windows, and the property shall be maintained so not to create a blight. Lakewood Code of Ordinances 12-14, garbage containers and recycling bins shall be stored out of view. I do have photos that were taken of the property, and I have had no contact with the owner. At this time, the city is recommending that the property come into compliance by April 29th, 2021, or a fine of $75 per day be assessed, and an administrative cost of $425.29 to be paid by April 29th, 2021.
All right, you do have proper notice with the delivered certified mail. Based on the testimony and the evidence, I will find the property remains in violation as cited. I will accept the city's recommendation. Now until April 29th of 2021 for compliance to be achieved. Thereafter, daily fines of $75 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved. And the city is awarded $425.29 in administrative costs payable no later than April 29th.
Okay, next we're going to go to page 38, item 101, case number 20-1290, property address of 205 South C Street. Property owner is Maria Prouse, LLC. Officer Clinton Bush.
Officer Clinton Bush with the City of Lakewood Beach Code Compliance, case number 21290, and the owner Maria Prouse, whose mailing address is 205 South C Street, filed the property to be in violation of code sections Lakewood Code of Ordinances 2-75.9, landscaping shall be maintained. Lakewood Code of Ordinances 12-18, areas free of garbage, trash, and debris. Lakewood Code of Ordinances 2-75.6.2, removing all boards from windows. Shutters shall be removed. Lakewood Code of Ordinances 12-14, collection, schedule, and placements of garbage containers and recycling bins. Lakewood Code of Ordinances 14-35 to obtain and approve City of Lakewood Beach business use and occupancy inspection. I'm sorry. The certified mail was attempted on February 8th, 2021. The property was posted on February 25th, 2021. The property was re-inspected on March 24th, 2021, found to not be in compliance. I do have photographs, which are a clear and accurate representation of what I witnessed. Recommendation time is April 29th, 2021, or a fine of $75 per day. Be assessed, administrative costs of $425.29 to be paid by April 29th, 2021.
All right. With the returned certified mail and the posting, I find proper notice has been attained based on the testimony and the evidence of when property remains in violation as cited. I will accept the city's recommendation, require compliance no later than April 29th of 2021. Thereafter, daily fines of $75 per day will be assessed until compliance is achieved. The city is awarded administrative costs of $425.29, also payable by April 29th,
Thank you, sir.
2021.
Item 102, case number 20-1460 has been rescheduled for the May 27th hearing. Page 39, number 104, case number 20-2367 has been complied. Item 105, case number 20-792 was withdrawn. And that should conclude our agenda.
Is there anything else
No, sir.
before today? It is 1:51. We stand adjourned.